This is our sicko segment of the week. Plug your ears, folks. Unpaid Critic quote tweets, or rather grabs a screenshot of this account called Blue Fox that already has the picture up of Nixon Newell is hashtag all elite. Nixon Newell, of course, being Tegan Knox, who was recently released from WWE. And it's funny to me because it's like, how on earth do people still do this? This would be like doing the mannequin challenge. It's so bad and dated to make the graphic, this person's all elite. You know, it'll be funny again in like 20 years or 10 years or whatever. But right now, it's like, come on, man. That's almost like a curse. You're almost like jinxing her by doing that. And yeah, so I got a big kick out of that. I'm surprised I haven't seen, if anyone can tag me in one for Baron Corbin or Karen Borbin. And what would be the other name? Who is the other one? Indy Hartwell, right? Hindi Artwell. You know what I mean? The last is all elite graphic I made was Scripps. Even that, wasn't that like a week ago, dude? No, I'm just kidding. I mean, I get it if you're not being serious, but this guy's got the prayer emoji up. He's manifesting this, folks. Pro Wrestle Counselor tweets this out, and it's a screen grab of Drain Bamager, who I've been made aware people really in the IWC believe that this is the burner account of someone in AEW. Some people even think it's Tony McCons. I don't think it'd be Tony Khan's. I don't think Tony's honestly a dude. I don't know, maybe. I think he's just like, he'll just lurk on his main account. That's how I feel. If you see the people Tony responds to, I don't think he's got a whole burner. I don't think he's like afraid of his geekdom because he's got $1 billion. When you have $1 billion, like, you don't give up what people think, you know, ultimately. And that's why he can get away with what's been going on for so long, at least the past few years. Anyways, though, Pro Wrestling Counselor says, just an FYI, people like this guy didn't give an S, YouTube, when Marco was fired. No, he didn't give so Marco Stunt, we covered it on the show. He retired, like announced his retirement, and we covered it before, right? We've chronicled it, rather, not even covered it. We're going to call it chronicle it, because this is episodic television here at PWT, folks. Yeah. But we talked about it, man. Like he said, I might not be able to wrestle. And then we're like, well, what's wrong with him? You know? And then it comes out he can't wrestle at the advice of like his doctor. Yeah. So this is part 3 now of the trilogy of Marco Stunt, I guess, is Drain Bamager's statement, I guess, because this feels like, do you work for AEW, bro? I don't know who puts out like, this is like a press statement, you know? Anyways, and prayers up for Marco Stunt. Like, I don't want, hopefully he doesn't go through any bad health issues or anything like that. We said it on the show, though. Maybe don't weigh 75 pounds and get bumped around by Lance Archer and stuff. I don't know if like your body was built for that, whatever, though. I'll let God judge. I'm just observing. The observer, Tony Khan. So Marco Stunt played an integral role in giving the AEW men's division the much needed juice the company needed when it was on its baby feet. What? You what? Dude, Marco Stunt has baby feet. What are you talking about? No, I don't mean to be rude, but anyways, his most memorable moment was when he made his debut at Double or Nothing, and that can't be topped. By what? Like any other like when Effie was gonna hit him with the the Dido move, you know what I mean? What is that? I don't know, man. It was better than CM Punk's return to the squared circle in 21. Yo, this has to be a troll, right? AI must have written this for this guy as like a troll. This guy goes, I'm going to miss the out of Marco. He was truly a one of a kind in professional wrestling. I can just hear Jim Cornette now. Oh, he was one of a kind, all right. Really sad day. I might actually log off for the month. I'm just really not okay.
Emotional damage.
With all due respect, like, I'm not trying to be a hater here, folks, but and like, yo, prayers up for Marco, for real. And I like the whole Jurassic Express thing, and it could have worked with Marco. They just had to like job him all the time and not use him in ring, you know? And if he was, job. I don't want to see him in 6-mans doing flips on dudes, and you know, I don't want to see him going 8 minutes with Lance Archer. Spike Dudley him, but I'm okay with it. You know what I mean? Hornswoggle, I'm okay with it. You know, if you can think of something clever or funny or fun or unique to do, I'm down with it. Not to put Marco Stunt in the Hornswoggle conversation, but let's be honest. He's more in that conversation than he would be a Rey Mysterio or that sort of conversation, in my opinion. I don't know. That's just me. Yeah, I don't actually believe that this person is really, unless that is Jack Perry's burner or Anna Jay's burner. You know what I mean? Or that's Luchasaurus's burner. And then them going like, I might log off for a month. You know damn well you're not going to do that. You know damn well why you put this tweet out there. And like, it's okay. I'm not saying, oh, don't have feels, you know, but that this is unrealistic to say it was bigger than CM Punk's return unless you don't like Punk. Who doesn't like Punk loves Jurassic Express, and the conspiracy theory is this is a burner of someone in AEW. Hey, I'll be the one to call me asshole. Everyone does already. I'll say it. Jack Perry's burner is Draymond. Allegedly, I don't know. Like, I didn't say it. Maybe you didn't. I didn't. But like, right? Who hates Punk and loves Marco Stunt? Let's just think about it for a second. So at Marie Shadows, this man is exposing of Tony Khan's Shadow Julius Wright. So this guy here, Martin Firestein, says, what's your perspective? And this is to the mole. Mole. I need, I'm going to put that on the soundboard too for the mole segments here. So Firestein goes, what's your perspective on the Punk Elite drama? 1, whose fault was it? 2, why didn't Tony nip it in the bud before it got so bad? Surface level questions, easy. I'm just going to point it out, not hating on the mole. You guys know, go to the mole, you shouted me out, shout you out, buddy. But we know why, because Tony just lets people. There was a report on it too that MVP is mending fences between Max Caster and Benjamin, himself and Jericho, but he's doing it on his own. It's not like Tony's telling him to go do this. Like, he's just taking it upon himself. In AEW, you have to take shit upon yourself. So that's why it didn't get nipped in the bud. But whose fault was it? That's subjective, I guess. But Mole says this: Punk didn't do anything wrong. They made up a reason to get mad at him regarding him wanting Colt Cabana fired, which would have happened before he signed if he wanted it. And then Adam Page tried to embarrass him on live TV. How Punk got any bad press is still insane to me. Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, we all know. That's just like, whatever. I said the same. But shout out the mole. Anyways, this guy goes, does Tony really just let people sit at home for months at a time collecting a paycheck if they don't like creative? Guys, don't ask the mole like this. This is dumb. I'm sorry, Tyler Cole, love you, bud. Don't even waste your time. Yes. What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? Miro's at home. No? Why would you even ask him this question? We know the answer. You know what I mean? This is nothing. I could have told you all this, right? So where's Wardlow been at? You know? Yes, of course he does that. We already know. But Mole goes, yep, not just his own failing via creative, but also to keep them from going elsewhere. Obviously, I've also pointed out, if you get over on your own, Tony doesn't like that either. I could just say that, doesn't mean it's legit. And again, I'm going hard today. It's a morning show, damn it. I need more Java. Get me some Java. Anyways, he goes, I think when someone leaves and does well, it's more evidence his booking doesn't cut the mustard. Right, so we know that. I'm glad he's revealing. Mole's been revealing a little more and more, but some of this is like, guys, we can't be asking him questions like this. It's pointless, It's pointless. And I love you all. Sorry if you guys are asking him questions like this, but you need better questions. Don't just ask to ask. Just Jay goes, does anyone speak up about the bad creative, or are they all just comfortable collecting their checks? That's a decent question there. However, again, we know the answer. So it's cool to hear, like, does anyone speak up? Now, if he goes, yes, for sure, someone spoke up, that's cool to hear. Like, I'd love to know who does and who doesn't. However, we know if you don't like his creative, you sit at home. Miro, we already know, right? So anyways, though, nobody has ever questioned his booking to his face other than Punk. So boom, right there. Good question, because we got a good answer. I can remember off the top of my head. So basically everyone's just like, I don't want to do this or I do want to do, according to the mole. We don't know for sure. But Punk questioned it. That's such a no-no there. You gotta go. Such a no. You gotta go. So Alex Lamb says, not even Cody opening question TK to his face. A good follow-up. Thank you, Alex Lamb. Okay. And this guy goes, I was thinking more recently Cody always did, yes, but he had a fair amount of control, so it would be the other way around. So now I start in my brain, I go, the mole's been around since Cody's been there. Interesting. But other way around, meaning TK would challenge Cody's ideas. Yeah, so basically, it's what the mole is insinuating here, what it seems to me. What I'm extrapolating is sort of what this guy followed up and asked. And that's what I'm interested in, is the psychology behind it, you know? But Cody would always challenge things according to the mole. And allegedly, he would challenge things, but also he would be challenged by Tony, who I don't think it's ever just Tony. I think Tony and the Bucks are a lot, even if they're not attached at the hip. I think they're real on the same page with like a lot of stuff, you know? That's my assessment. Again, everything with a pinch of salt, but again, Time Cop. All I'm saying, he got Time Cop right. Okay? Tony's favorite movie. All right? So moving along. Auntie Collins Fightful Overbook says, if you don't know the difference between a wig and a weave, you shouldn't comment on it. This ain't it. And oh no, did Matthew Gregg delete his post? So the Botchamania dude, Matthew Gregg, shout him out. He made a post and said Lash Legend's wig came off or weave came off. And then this lady goes, if you don't know the difference between a wig and a weave, you shouldn't comment on it. This ain't it. He's a dude. He doesn't wear wigs or weaves, right? It's like if I said, oh, those are pantyhose. And you're like, well, actually, they're tights or so. I don't know the difference. You know what I mean? Because I haven't worn them. Okay. Yeah, I forget the clip. I think it was from SmackDown or something, but it's unfortunate he got pressure to delete because people are like, you need to think and understand things from my world or else this ain't it. And it's like, no. Everyone's like, be yourself, and then you be yourself, and then they're like, oh, don't be like that. And you're just like, okay, you. So shout out Matthew Gregg, and come on, dude. I guarantee you the lady who lost her wig/weave doesn't give a you know, that he mixed those things up. Anyways, Heel Uzi says the most delusional account in the IWC at AIR Gold. Kyle Fletcher looks like a young Randy Orton. Oh God. Oh my God. Why? Because he has a tattoo and has a shaved head, bruv. Come on. It's ridiculous. Do you guys get Randy Orton vibes? I don't, man. I don't, but I do like that he's like separating from Osprey. But like young Orton, I don't know why. Because they're shaved heads and have an arm tattoo. I don't get the same vibe. I get, but not to like knock Fletcher. He's got a bright future ahead of him for sure. Now, like however long whatever Tony can do with him is up in the air. But like again, when you're the age he is, let me look it up. How old's Kyle Fletcher? Kyle Fletcher age 25, bro. He could be here for 5 more years, become a multimillionaire, go to WWE and be main roster ready, or just do like a year in NXT, and it can happen. Trust me. If Ethan Page can go over there and do it, Fletcher can do it. And I know you guys might be like, oh, come on now, Phil. That's not very fair. But like, I'm not comparing him to Orton by any means, you know, but he's got a bright future ahead of him. You know, he can he can cut promos. I know the AEW fans were like, they were like, wrap it up. And because this is why the stories suck. And so they're not there to see the stories. Like the sickos going to those goddamn shows just want to see like Hater come back after 2 years and fall through Hot Wheels and tables. That's what they want. They want to see Abaddon face planting on tables that won't break in Ring of Honor. And I'm telling you. So like they don't care when your guys really spit in a fire promo, unless it's MJF making fat and jokes like it's in 2001, you know? I'm going hard this morning, folks. Okay. Shout out Fletcher, though. I do, but not Randy Orton. Not in my opinion, anyways. Whatever. So this person right here, right? King Gao or whatever. I thought this was ludicrous. Luda. And so speaking of Fletcher, so I think it's like Commander. I don't want to get Don Stevens, so but we're gonna. So look, I'm gonna scrub through it, guys. So sorry if it's choppy, but he does a moonsault. Fletcher gets his feet up, kicks dude in the face, right? He goes flying. And then like a Liger bomb. But I don't know why it's a Liger bomb. Like, this is just a last ride power bomb. I don't give a because he sits out. Okay, I guess. Yeah, Liger bomb. And then he kicks out, right? And then it struck up discussion. And I even tweeted out, I'm like, dude, this is why people don't care. Like, the moves don't move people in AEW because they all just kick out of everything, right? And this guy goes, Brian Elzaga, shout him out. He goes, and that's why AEW will forever be a joke. First, how do you no-sell that 2 feet to the face? He didn't like no-sell it, but he got up so quick. And second, like they could have laid there, milked the crowd reacts, he gets him up for the bomb. And then he's laid out. He can't even cover him. They're both laid out. Crawls over, drapes his arm. 1, 2, kick out. The crowd's like, oh, oh, that's WWE boring style. Is it? Like, okay, is it? To me, dude, the energy from that crowd, you can't tell me like that wouldn't feel better than just doing 18 moves and landing on your neck. I'm sorry, Anyways, he goes, there's 2 feet to the face, and second, there's no reason for him to kick out of that power bomb. Yeah, that should have just been the finish. And you had the crowd there. So then if you watched it too, the crowd kind of goes flat after that because it's like you can't get better than that. What else are you going to do? Save it for the next one then. Oh, no, it'll be better, bruv, if we flip him up and do this. Just save it for the next one then, and it'll be even better then, dude. What the anyways. That's why house shows are important, folks. You figure out what works and what doesn't, et cetera, et cetera. But this guy responds. He goes, and that's why WWE will forever be a joke. How do you kick out of the world champion's power bomb? Second, why is it his finisher if he can't win every match with it? Okay, here's the thing with Gunther. The idea is that he can finish you with whatever move. He doesn't really technically have a finisher, bro. Now, like the Avalanche power bomb, I would say in 2K, they'd be like, that's his super finisher, but that's like the move you don't kick out from. But otherwise, Gunther's whole thing is he'll beat you with a lariat or a body splash from the top, or he'll tap you out with a variety. He's got like 2-3 submissions, or he'll power bomb you. So that's the one thing. If you want to get technical about the storytelling of the maneuvers and why, and I'm not like making excuse, like, yes, Gunther's power bomb should finish you, but also Cody's kicked out of spears. Cody's John Cena right now, bro. He's super Cody. He's Homelander, just not evil, He's Superman right now. That's why he's kicking out of everything. He's overcoming the odds. He's the underdog guy who shouldn't kick out, but he does. Right. And that's why you're like, what the because they protected Gunther so much and so well. This isn't Commander and Kyle Fletcher. Fletcher's doing jobs all the time leading up to this. Like all of a sudden he shaves his head. Now he's beating Commander. Okay. This is Gunther, the longest reigning IC champ of all time, and Cody, who ended one of the longest, the Hulk Hogan run of our lifetime, of our generation. Cody ended that and is the face now carrying after Roman. That's why it's levels difference, but also just look at the pacing. So this guy flips, gets kicked in the face, does a backflip. You know what I mean? Like he goes flying, rolls over, eats a power bomb, kick out. This was like a milked match after they ground grappled. They did a lot of holds and I know people are like, oh, holds, but just look at the pacing of this power bomb. Look at Cody. Gets him up, plants him, lays on him. Ref gets in there. 1, 2, kick out. Crowd erupts. I don't want to play it. We're going to get Don Stevens. And then I wrote under here, comparing these two things is bonkers, my guy. And this guy he definitely should make your sicko segment. He did, bud. He did, because that is crazy to me. The death of AEW, Awful Wrestling, goes Sunday side quest video in response to a lie. Audio clip courtesy of Corny Fan 8876 Rock and Ropes X Space. So Awful Man, he's been like I've been DMing with him back and forth, and he's just been in some beef, you know what I mean? And I don't know, it's hilarious to me. He even messaged me and was like, dude, there's no point in even listening to my space with AIR Gold. He doesn't even talk. He won't even talk about anything real. And I'm like, exactly, that's what I told you guys. So it's funny that I went on that rant on my live show and turned out that was the case. Awful hit me up and was like, Phil, don't even watch that. He can't even keep it real. It's like, exactly. So, but yeah, so I was having a laugh. He's telling me about all this stuff and he's like, I should make a video. I'm like, yeah, do it. And do it for me. Because I'll play it on the show and then I'll understand this all better, So shout him out. Here's his video. I didn't watch this yet, so let's watch this all together. And this is his Sunday side quest video in response to a lie. So I believe people are lying about him.
Liar!
And Awful wants to tell him.
Tell us what you know, you goddamn liar!
Here we go. Andrew Baydala, and he's got the time cop music, I think. Awful Wrestling said this. I love how Awful's like The Rock. He's pulling a Phil, and let Phil tell you, yeah.
Well, some of these guys who were on here tried
and then the picture of him. Let's go. This handsome
to dox me. You know what I mean? And it was just like, nah, I'm going to show my face. What the...
Oh my god, this is so deep, man. Here's the thing, like, I get in it with the sickos, like we do the sicko segment, but I ain't in it like this. I don't get into these. This is hilarious. I get such a kick out of this. It was a deliberate indirect shot at the one person on the space, because he did say, he's like, someone in here tried to dox me even, and I guess Baydala was listening, and then he stooged himself, I guess, by trying to speak, and then he's like, I didn't try to do that, but it's like, well, how'd you know he was talking about you, So, like, Awful's a clever cat, man, and it's just hilarious. He's getting into it with Baydala. Hey, Baydala, why the f do you care about Awful wrestling? He fucking hates AEW. He's an account that's like, yeah, I want AEW to die. Why do you care? Isn't Baydala like trying to be legit? All this IWC is, that's why this show PWT came around at the perfect time. It's like, this is getting so ridiculously funny and just out of, it's awesome, man. We're here to just laugh at this till the ends of time. That person was Andrew Baydala. Here we go.
Andrew, I see you raising your hand, dog. I'm gonna be. This is your time on the floor. Say what's just on your mind, big
dog. Yeah, big dog. I'm sorry. Let's go.
Well, first and foremost, Awful. I have never tried to dox you. Number one, I know that was directed at me.
Oh, so he just kind of called him out, but like, it is kind of stooging yourself. Chat, let me know. Is that stooging? Is that Baydala stooging himself? I don't know. You guys tell me. I'm going to say it's stooging himself. Sure was. He claimed publicly that he wasn't trying to dox Awful Wrestling, asserting, I'm listening. Let's see the proof that he was. A DM sent from Andy to a mutual, and the mutual corrected the record. Yeah, so that is 100% not Awful. Awful is black. That's not him. He revealed himself live tonight. This is so cringe, man. Andrew was asking someone else, not me, if that's who I was, but why? So I DM Mr. Baydala. Oh, man, and Awful's like dropping DMs. Oh, my God. Ooh, do you guys feel that in your bodies? That cringe feeling? Shake that out. Let's go, okay? Woo! Let's go. So this is Awful messaging Baydala, I guess. Okay. Whoo! Hello, Andrew. Hope all is well. Let me be perfectly clear. The person who you thought was me clearly wasn't. I would suggest from the... I'm trying to do an Awful. I would suggest from this point forward not to be... It's like Awful Obama. Immature as to share with others spurious info about me. I am not interested in anything having to do with you on any personal level and blah, blah, blah. So Awful even blacked it out, and he sent him a novel. Okay. I apologize for using his videos without consent as well. Why? Why? I'm using yours without consent. Awful. The internet, bro. I'm not saying steal people's, but you're doing like mix-ups of his stuff that you don't need to apologize for that, right? That's allowed in 2024. You know, it's called transformative content, bro. So you do a little commentary, you put your little letters, you use your little time cop music. That's allowed, bro. All right, don't apologize. But yeah, Awful's like, however, you can by all means talk to me directly if you get some nonsense, and I'll be happy to clear it up. My DMs stay open. Lastly, I personally apologize to you for including you in my videos or even intimating that you grift. That will never happen again. This is so cringe. Baydal was like, I was sent pictures of who someone thought you were. I never put those pictures out or even said it was you. I DM one person saying, is this the guy? Then why do you care? Then you did do it. Like, do you guys get, like, here's the thing. Why is Baydala comfortable getting potential doxing material and then he's comfortable sending potential doxing material to confirm potential doxing material? Do you get it? Like, no, your hands in the cookie jar and this is all dumb, right? This is restarted and and like you can just apologize and both of you guys can go your mutual ways. It's so crazy, bro. It doesn't matter, right? Hey, people, don't send me pictures of anyone. I don't care. That's cringe. Don't be like Andrew McDowell. Oh, my God. It's crazy. Like, I was sent pictures. Yeah, it's all dumb. Okay, we're done with this one. Here, we'll see what Awful's got to say. Don't lie. You tried. Yeah, so he had to defend himself. So I get it, right? Came out like, no, dude, I didn't do this. And Awful's like, shout out Awful, I guess. That was, did you guys feel that? Speaking of cringe, AIR Gold comes back with like a picture of Orton and Kyle Fletcher standing next to each other. And he's like, the resemblance is uncanny. And I just don't think so, man. Like, okay, they're both very fit young guys. And then what else about it? You know, one of them has an arm tattoo and they both wear black trunks. I just don't see it, man. I don't see the resemblance at all. Their physique, I guess, yeah, is similar. You know, Orton's got bigger legs. I don't get what this guy's seeing, you know, and just their wrestling styles are so different. But not hating on Fletcher. I would honestly, if I was developing a young guy, 25, I'd be looking at him. I'm not joking. I know a lot of people might be like, oh, come on now, Phil. That's not very fair. It's fair use commentary, especially if it's news-based. Exactly. Yeah, you don't. It's all just weird. Sorry, guys, had to cringe you out. That's what happens in the sicko segment, okay? We don't back down. We cover it all, no matter how goofy it gets. And shout out Awful, for real, you know? So Pro Wrestling Counselor, again, goes, do these people not know that the block button exists? It's like they love the attention. Now, Wrestling Mark 16 is a goober, but he is right. He is right. I get it too, man. I can't even criticize WWE. If I do, I get ratioed with comments to like, what, did you not even see the thing? It's like, yeah, no, I see everything, bro. That's the thing. That's my problem. That's my curse. That's my burden to bear, right? Is that I see it all. I just have an opinion you don't like, right? So it's all good. Now, if I was consistently missing the mark, okay, then you can go, okay, Mr. Marks, you're up. What's going on? But it's like most of the time I'm spot on. Sometimes I'll come with some people don't expect, but again, subjectivity is a thing, man. Anyways, though, Wrestling Mark 16, he goes, being an AEW fan on this app is exhausting. Now, Wrestling Mark 16 can't be saying this when he's just super toxic and whack and clearly saying unrealistic all the time, you know, but he is right. Like, there are people who just try to enjoy the they enjoy, and they got to deal with a lot of sickos from the other side. It is true. But yeah, he goes on to say, you say you like something or are looking forward to a show, and you've got pictures of the hard cam or a WrestleNomics screenshot in the comments. It's true, bro. But yeah, he is saying you can block. But then even if you block them, Elon's making it so you can see tweets, and that's being rolled out. Someone screen grabbed and showed me today. Yeah, even if you do that, Elon made it so people can just lurk your and then screen grab and do these anyways. So I get where this dude's coming from. This guy's like, do you know that the block button exists? Wrestling Mark's like sitting here probably thinking, yeah, I got screen grab. Now I'm still getting roasted. And that's the internet, bro. So now I'm not aligning with Wrestling Mark 16 over here. He's a goober, as I said. But however, even a broken clock is right twice a day. You know what I mean? So anyways, Webb is Jericho said that Sera shares disturbing DMs sent to her. So we're going to go to Web is Jericho, baby. Web is Jericho. So let's share this tab. Here we go. Let's just read these sicko DMs that Sera got. FKA page. She goes, or she doesn't say she received these messages. This guy goes, I love your mom. Or I love you, mom. Mom, breastfeed me, please, mom. Please. I love you, mom. I love you, mommy. I love you, mom. I love you, mom. What did Moose Knuckle get in her DM somehow?
You what?
PWT Universe Insider joke there. I would like to be in your belly for 9 months and be your baby, please, mommy, mom. Christ. And she goes, STG, I get the weirdest sent to me. Yeah, I don't know, man. Being a woman in 2024 it would be terrifying, bro. So yeah, shout out that crazy sicko, man. What the dude just wants breast milk. Breast milk, you make my day. Y'all ever see that Dave Chappelle where he's making fun of Diddy and making the band? And it's like, all right, you're gonna go to Times Square and get me some titty milk and some cookies. Breast milk right out the bottle. People making fun of Diddy being a freak all the way back then. But yeah, that guy's weird. Speaking of weirdish, we have a little compilation here of our boy Daniel Garcia. And yeah, let's check it, man.
I wish I was a little bit taller.
Gotta turn that music down. Him just humping everybody. Everybody getting humped. Oh, him and Aubrey. Come on, y'all. That's the future. That's Austin and Rock. I'm saving that in here, too. That's going in my next music video. We have Eric Bischoff here getting in a fight with, I didn't know if this was legit Jim Herd. Like, I'm such a noob. I got worked for like a millisecond before I started going down the rabbit hole and realized. So Neckbeard says A Tale of Two Daves. We've covered this one ad nauseum, right? The 5, just a refresher, I guess. Dave Meltzer, and I'll give you guys a flute, might as well. It's a Dave Meltzer dumb moment, I suppose, mixed in with the sickos here. So Meltzer goes, NXT did 588K 0.14 last night against the World Series and the Kamala Harris speech, lowest since going to CW. And then for AEW, rating was 628K 0.19, considering the World Series number at more than 18 million. I'd consider this very good. It's so funny because my girl's watching the Vince McMahon doc with me, right? And then Meltzer comes on screen and she's like, is that him? She's like, is that idiot? I'm like, yeah, dude. But anyways, though, Eric Bischoff quote tweets it and goes, and this, ladies and gentlemen, is the journalist who studies the TV business, which is hilarious. And then this guy, Jim Herd, goes, get a job. And then Bischoff goes, don't need one. Snap back at him. Now to bring you to the main event of this sicko segment, right? So shout out Scully Vibes is Scully Wrestles is. This is his wrestling stan account. But Ricochet, he showed up at New Japan World and attacked Zack Sabre Jr. So I don't want to get pulled or anything. And if we do, I'll clip this out, put it on Patreon. But yeah, so he does a little springboard, attacks him. Crowd actually popped hard, like better than his AEW reception or anything like that. Japan went nuts for Ricochet, legit. And so he goes, had to remind the world that I'm still the man around here. And then this guy goes, it ain't 2012 anymore, cuz. And he goes, I agree. But it's crazy that all these people just jump on and start hating on Ricochet. Like, bro, why are we hating on Ricochet? He told you guys, like, I get it. Now he's being cringe on socials. So now you get PWT'd. Bam. Now you get Phil Marks. But for real, like, I get it. Now you're going off on when you are getting this much hate all day. I get why dudes like awful are making little videos. And this guy's doing suck my, look at, he says, I know, I agree, blah, blah, blah. And then eventually after the 10th dude being like, man, you ain't, he's got to be like, bro, suck it, and I get it, but just stay off this, just post and ghost. Easier said than done. Oh, but Phil, you don't practice what you preach. That's not very fair. to not practice what you preach because you're arguing with marks. I'm also not a millionaire who is on television like Ricochet. You guys know what I'm saying? I got to get mine. I got to get mine somehow, right? So trust me, there's a method to the madness. If I had $1 million and 1 million followers or whatever, you wouldn't see me arguing with, so, but it's like I got 2,000 followers, it's like I'm trying to build these things here, right? We got a mission in mind. Ricochet, I know, responding to this guy Jobber, aren't you junior heavyweight in New Japan? Like, oh, come on now, ref MJ from NJ. That's not very fair to call him a junior heavyweight when he's mixing it up with the likes of Braun Breaker over on WWE television. That's not very fair, Eric. But yeah, everyone just jumps on him, Stinky, the poop, ew, Stinky, like just going hard on the man. Lady Frost under there clapping. Yeah. I mean, I'm supporting Ricochet here. I hearted it. See that? And I'm stingy with my hearts. No. Anyways, though, yeah, he drops a suck mic to this guy who goes, anyways, who quote tweets it. So he goes under this guy's quote tweet, which, like, I understand if he's responded to under his tweet, but then to go to the dude's quote tweets, that means he's looking at all the quote tweets. Bro, you don't got to do that, Ricochet. You got millions of dollars and a hot-ass wife. You don't got to be doing that. And he goes, why do you even follow if you don't like me? And that's silly to me, too. People have said, why do you follow? Oh, you don't like me? You think I say crazy? Why do you follow me? Because you say crazy, What do you mean? It's Twitter. I don't have to agree with what everybody says to follow you. I don't endorse everyone I follow, what they believe in or what they say. But it's like I follow lots of people I don't agree with or don't like. It's Twitter, bro. It's not Ricochet. It's like, don't even say that and don't even respond to him. But this guy goes, put the phone down, Trevor. And it's like, come on. This guy's name is at WWTKO, which, by the way, great handle. Good thing he scooped that up. But he goes, put the phone down, Trevor, calls him by his real name, which, like, I get it. It's Twitter. You want to be your real self, but then at the same time, it's wrestling, so you got to be a kayfabe and work the shoot work gimmick, brother. Gimmick infringements, brother. I get it. It's a weird, kooky thing. That's why I make fun of it all. And and Ricochet gets offended by his own real name and goes, suck my, which, like, you get it all day. And then this guy goes, why? Does Samantha refuse to do it? And then this guy goes, oh my God, bitch, ska. So I'm defending Ricochet here, but also I'm being critical of Ricochet. Ricochet, these marks, bro, don't pay us attention, dog. Enjoy your money and your wife and your limited dates and your flights to Japan and all that. This guy comes in. Why does Samantha refuse to do it? Just baked him. And his name is All Empty Wrestling. Ugh. It's so funny, dude. The drones have gotten just as bad as the sickos, and we're here for it. Chronicling it here. The Sicko Wars at PWT. So moving along, right? Dijak. I see this the other day. This is so cringe. This is maybe the cringiest sicko segment we've ever done. So WWE ID, if you don't follow them, it's the legit WWE ID account, right? And they're posting things like number 20 revealed, and it's some angry guy's face. And, they're tweeting out like graphics like this, vacant. Who is this? Question mark. And it's like a silhouette of a girl. And they're teasing like, we're already scoping and signing people and blah, blah, blah. And Dijak quote tweets it and goes, imagine the swerve when they name me. LOL, but serious. Then he tags all these people, and like, good on him putting everyone over. But he's always like, he does that interview with Alfred, and he's like, they had all these plans for me. We're doing this. Like, he's inserted, and everyone loved me. You know what I mean? The boss loved me. I was actually told by that this would happen. And then even here, like, imagine they swerve, like the swerve when they name me. He's inserting himself. Like, in this, they're going to call me to main roster. I just had what they said was the best match ever in the speed tournament on main event or whatever. Like, he's always on some like that. That's all I'm saying. I saw the DMs too of him talking to a dirt sheet, and it's the same sort of thing. Like, he's not really telling them precisely what they're doing, but basically how he's just like, yeah, they promised me this, and it's just he inserts himself kind of. And so I saw this is like a day ago, and I laughed this one off. Imagine the swerve when they name me as like a WWE ID prospect, but you just got released. It just sort of is like, and he hasn't really made waves since he's been in the indies. Like, what has he really done You know, I know he's done some shows. I know they've probably been sold out, but there's like Cardona does stuff and everyone talks about it, right? Even I've seen like Atrocity Cruel do some people are talking about it. He hasn't like made a big wave since being on the indies type thing. So this one, I just kind of let it go. It's like, whatever, you know. But then 2 hours ago, like before I start the show, it's announced Ricochet from the AEW Twitter, Ricochet and a mystery partner taking on Fletcher and Konosuke Takeshita live from Manchester, New Hampshire, right? This is head to head with NXT CW coming up this Wednesday. PWT live show be there. But Dijak quote tweets it and then he's like, "Hi at King Ricochet, look at this, bro. Like, look how long of a thing this is." First off, like, this isn't a funny quip. This is literally him begging for an AEW job. I don't know. Dude probably want to punch me in the face for saying begging for a job. But chat, what does this look like to you? I cringed so hard when I saw this morning, dude. What does this look like to you guys? I don't know. Look at this long ass thing. Like, this isn't a funny where he's like, ratio, Santi Zop, haha. He's literally doing Steiner math on how it's economically better and feasible for Tony Khan to bring this guy in. Let's read this. Hey, King Ricochet, this is Donovan Dijak. Last time you saw me, I was T-Bar. Sorry about the retribution stuff. Anyways, I live about 26 minutes away from this arena. So if you guys want to save on travel costs or whatever, then I could definitely be your mystery partner. I'd probably just drive my own car there, and the gas would only be like $9 or whatever, so no big deal. It is a Wednesday, though, so my kids go to bed at 7 p.m., and Daddy usually tucks them in, but like I said, 26-minute drive, so shouldn't really be an issue unless we are the opener. Guys, is this a DM he accidentally... Like, is this supposed to be funny? I don't know, man. Listen, I'm not the arbiter of what's funny. I think I'm pretty humorous. Live shows and do pretty well. I'm just cringing. I'm literally just douche chilling. He goes, probably shouldn't be the opener, no, though, right? Because you're a big star and the other guys are big stars. And I'm a pretty big star too. Plus, it's like a surprise debut and a hometown pop and stuff. So that would be pretty exciting. Maybe it should be the main event instead. I get he's kidding, but he goes, I don't know, just spitballing. So anyways, yeah, if you think that's a cool idea, shoot me a text. We've texted before, so you have my number or DM or whatever. Both are fine. If not, no worries. I know it's a little bit short notice. Maybe you already have someone else in mind. I'm kind of sore anyways because I've been wrestling quite a bit lately. So the extra rest won't kill me. Haha. But yeah, either way, let me know. Hope all is well. Good luck in your tag team match. Is this like a cry for help? What is?
You what?
Ricochet is down with the sickness. Yeah. Absolutely, dude. And he'd probably say SMD for you saying that. I joined JD Pod, which you have to be a sub for 14 days to chat. And I sent 10 flute twice, and now I can't chat. Yeah, dude. They all fear the chat. The flute. And the chat. PWT chat. They fear it, bro. Everyone. What can I tell you? We're going to get shirts that say that. Fear the flutes. Or don't fear the flutes, actually. Embrace the flutes. It just smells like desperation, kind of. Run the likes up. I might die, okay? I might get beat up by Ricochet and Donovan. But for real, like, yeah, shout out Dijak. I've never liked on his work or anything, but yeah, we've been chronicling it here, folks. That just cringe. So he goes, ha ha ha, this is great. I'll give it a think. But now if he doesn't show up, you just like made people mad, and on AEW more, it's going to end up being like Orange Cassidy or someone. But yeah, a lot of people are like, make the call, Tony. Let's cook, Tony. I don't know. It's for the sickos, and it's just making fun of WWE. And that's why you got not making fun of it, but being like having to reference it. And then, which I get, it's part of the history, but AEW isn't focused on any of their own history, really. You know, they're always looking, even like Owen Hart. It's like he never wrestled near you guys, you know. I get it, but I also don't get it. You own Ring of Honor. Focus more on that history on Ring of Honor, not on your show. That was our sicko segment. I will give you an ooh-wah-ah-ah-ah.